We are in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo. We did minor renovations in order to maximize the space and create more function for our client, and also all the furniture and furnishings. So cosmetically, this space felt way more like a reflection of who she is. This condo is just over 1,000 square feet. It was unfurnished when we walked in for the most part. The bathrooms were void of any personality, and the kitchen was a very small piece of real estate within the condos. The biggest change is how the kitchen functions. There were 2 walls that closed off the galley so that there was a stop and start to the kitchen, and we extended the countertop, created a peninsula so that it wrapped around and became useful from both sides of the space, and extended the kitchen cabinetry quite a bit. The range is in the same space that it was in before. The hood stayed the same. We're in a condo, so we are limited to what we can move around. So we kept all of that pretty much the same. We've got really substantially sized pot drawers and pan drawers, as well as oil and spice pull-out, which is something you would expect to see in a larger kitchen, but we were able to pack it into this kitchen because we gained so much additional cabinetry space. Countertops are porcelain, super durable. The backsplash, that was a little bit of a thing. The client wanted to have a lot more fun with the kitchen, backsplash specifically, and we landed on this tile that brings out the veining in the countertops. It is still subtle, but because of the shape, because of the mix of the coloring, it just creates this fabulous moment in the kitchen. This condo has great ceiling height. We were able to take advantage of this by having cabinetry that runs all the way to the ceiling for additional storage, having some open shelving instead of having everything be full cabinetry closed off. And then the kitchen stops and turns into this beautiful wine, coffee layout space for entertaining. It's its own little section of the kitchen, but it really does feel like it continues to flow all the way through. We added a little bit of glass in there just to create a little bit of a break from the white cabinetry. And then we've got that really nice layout space that gives us the opportunity to prepare drinks, set out food, whatever one would need in order to entertain. With the addition of the peninsula, it gave us more casual seating for 3. We also have a dining table for 6 people, which maximizes the amount of people that can sit in this space. 6 people around a dining table in a condo is quite a feat, but it creates such a great, again, entertainment space for our client to be able to have friends over, and it's not limited to 2 at a bistro table. The fabric is pink velvet. It is from a retailer. They were not custom. I've got to figure they're not selling this color in this chair very often, but the curve, the gold, the pink, like there's just so many beautiful details that are going on here. They were just simply too special for us to pass up. Moving into the living room, when we walked into the space, it actually had a natural nook on either side of the fireplace, but there was nothing there. And so we felt like it was a great opportunity to add cabinetry, get some storage, but also get some display space as well. We had a little bit of fun with color here, balancing off with the amount of pink that is in this space. It is a more masculine blue navy color that we've got going on in the fireplace, but then it's balanced again by having something more lilac in the actual stone that was selected. It's such a lovely way to bring warmth into a space to have a gas fireplace, and it is really unusual in a condo in Toronto to find that. This rug is literally a dream for me. I'm so happy that she decided to trust us and go with this. I think it's absolute perfection, as though it was made custom for the space, and it was not. When we're working in condos, we try not to show our client micro-sized condo furniture. We work to try and put together regular size furniture within the space. It helps create a space that feels less small, more usable. Again, we're talking about functionality. How many seats can you have? And so we try not to get stuck in the box of, we're in a condo, we must be small. We've also got a soft ottoman, which creates space for somebody to be able to put their feet up, but also perch space for somebody to sit if extra seating is needed. Next to the living room is the office that is also really a second bedroom. We do have a pull-out couch there. It has a built-in that houses additional clothing for guests if required, but also just ends up being a whole lot more overflow. Our client does work from home primarily, and so having a proper office space set up for her to be there is amazing. We actually stole some of the length from the principal bedroom to create an additional closet. You can kind of tell that was part of the vibe in here, was like, how much storage can I get? I need to be able to have clothing and makeup and jewelry and all the things in a proper place so that it wasn't everywhere cluttered. We did also add paneling, and this is a really easy trick within a condo environment where we're looking to add detail, a little bit of depth, something interesting, and it's just an applied molding that then gets painted over. The principal ensuite tile is so interesting. It's this fabulous concentration of black tile on the floor that then sprinkles up into white. It is so graphic, it's so interesting. We have a beautiful textured wallpaper on the wall as well, which is just, again, another layer of texture that creates a more interesting space. The powder room is actually a full bathroom, but it's primarily for guests. We had a mandate on this one so that we could create something that was really impactful, that had a whole feeling to it. The wallpaper is super graphic and bold. It's green, it's different than anything else in this space. We've got black tile with gold penny rounds. We also were able to light underneath the vanity, in the niche in the shower. It's so moody, it's so beautiful in there, it's really special. There's also a secret cabinet in that space. There is a whole closet that opens up. It's wallpapered over so you can't really see it, but within there is a whole lot more storage available. When we're coming into a condo for the first time and we're looking at white walls, sharp edges, lots of glass, we have a role to create a space that is softened, that has detail to it in such a way that it feels more like a house. And so by doing things like adding sheer drapery all over, it softens the hardness of the glass everywhere. Adding built-ins, adding marble details, those are the areas where we can create something that feels more homey and less boxy. The light fixtures are placed in exactly the right spots for us because we actually dropped the ceiling down a little bit. So we added pot lights and junction boxes throughout. They are slimline so that we could get everything exactly lit how we wanted. It did mean that we lost a little bit of ceiling height, which I don't think is a sad thing in a space like this because the ceiling height is quite high already. Our client is a young professional. She didn't come to us with the mindset of wanting everything to be super feminine. It evolved over time within the process, but I'm not mad about it. It's quite gorgeous in here. And there are some touches in here that could be switched out if pink feels like it's not the right move any longer.